welcome to Little Workroom Crafts. My name is Davina and I live in the south east coast of the UK. Today is Monday the 10th of July 2023 and this is episode number 155 and a big welcome to absolutely everybody. Anything that I mentioned today will be down in the description box, and anything that anywhere I am got them back to front, and anywhere that you can find me will also be down in the description box. Well, we have got a full busy episode today. It's hot. Right, I ain't saying no more about that. Anyway, right then, okay, so yes, we do have a lot to talk about. I have a finish, as you see, so one Christmas present done, which I'm really happy about. And I do have a new start, and I have a bit of an idea for my hexagon quilt. So, yeah. Right, what's been happening? Well, yes, in the week on Tuesday, I did actually upload my stitchery tutorial, and thank you ever so much for all the lovely comments. I've thoroughly enjoyed reading them. I have had a couple of questions, so I thought that I would actually, show them on answer them on here as well as personally. Now, I have been asked a couple of times about my pink rotary cutter. Now, this actually I was lucky enough to get this as a Christmas present many years ago when they first actually hit the UK, and this actually is from Sue Daily Designs, the pink one. You can get them over here in the UK still, so all you got to do is Google or Sue Daily's rotary cutter board, rotating rotary board, and is it Sue Daily's cutting board, I think, or something like that, and that will come up definitely. Or, because these can be quite expensive, you can also get these ones. Fair enough, as you can see, there is a difference, but I use this one for my waddings. That is the 6-inch, and I've also got this one I've had even longer than the pink one, as you can see. That is the 12. They work fine, but I just do like my Sue Daily one, I will say. But as I say, that's what one I use for my fabrics. So yep, that is what that is. And as I say, you can still get it. Also, I got asked about my iron. I don't know if you remember when I first got this. Cool, I saved for this iron, and it is actually the oliso. Let me put that. There we go. And it is the smart iron. It's the TG1100. You can set it so it doesn't go up and down. So every time I let go, because it's got soft touch, super touch here, every time I let go of it, it stands up, and then every time I go like that, these bits go in when it's plugged in, obviously, and then you use it. So I love it. I absolutely love it. You can put stuff in it to make it a steam iron, but as you know, I always use a dry iron. But all I would say to you is, just read the pamphlet on it. You know what I mean? They say don't put normal water in it, but distilled water in it. There is a reason why they do all that. Yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it. I've had it, gosh, some years now I've had that iron, and honestly, it's absolutely brilliant. The settings, it's got some settings, and it's synthetics, wool and silk, linen and cotton, which is obviously the one that I use. As I say, you've got your spray and your steam. You can set it all for what ones you want. But it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So, also, I had another question, so I have brought over, about my sewing needles. And as I said to you, I was waiting on my sewing needles to arrive. Now, I actually brought these just to give them a go, and I'm glad I did. I like them, actually. These are the Pony chenille, and these are the colour eye, and they're size 26. Now, as you see with the chenille, like I said before, they have a point but with a big eye, so they're nice to thread. And I have actually done, since these have arrived, I have actually done a hexagon, and I use this, the one needle for everything, literally for everything. So can't get that back on there now. There we go. I think it's it. Yeah, that's it. Right. Yeah, so I used it for the quilting, the sewing the hexagon together, and I also use the chenille for the stitchery, you know, when I actually pop them in. So yeah, do you know what I mean? I think they're absolutely brilliant needles. So it's an all-rounder really, the chenille. It's a nice size in the hand, and yeah, very good. I've only managed to do one hexagon this week. Look at that fabric. But I have got plans to do more. I've got to give that a bit of a press. So I have got plans to do more. Now, I'm thinking, I said to Glenn about this, and what I'm thinking of doing is, obviously, there could be some stitchery ones, and what I'm planning on, what on earth has happened to my hair? What I'm planning on doing is, every now and again on the quilt, seeing how many quilting techniques I can fit in a hexagon. Let me know what you think, because every new technique I do, I will do a tutorial for. So let me know what you think on that one. So yeah, there'll be like bonded applique. Oh my gosh, there'll be loads, absolutely loads, you know what I mean? Because let's face it, patchwork and quilting can go on and on and on and on. So yeah, let me know what you think of that one. That would be brilliant. Okay, then I think that was all the questions on the reference on the tutorial. Yes, it was. Right then, okay, let's talk about this, shall we? Because I do have some info for you, actually from Yorkshire Spinners. I have been given permission to let you know about something. So this is the cardigan. Let's move you here and tilt you down. There's the pockets. It has to be blocked, so this will lay out a lot better when it is actually all blocked. And obviously the sleeves, let me turn you around, let me take that off because I always fall off and nearly hit me in the head. Right, oh dear me, let's lift you up again. That's the hood. Oh, I just think that is absolutely brilliant. That's smart the way that hood is done. So simple, absolutely so simple. It really, really is. As you can see, there is a little bit of shape on the hips, which is really nice. This is the smallest size. And, oh, so it's for my mother-in-law for Christmas, not for me. Mine will be bigger than that. But, yeah, and I have actually popped a little handmade, what's the name, tag on there because it is a Christmas present. I am really, really happy with the way this turned out. The main colour is a Women's Institute yarn from Hobbycraft. The blue is the same, which is called Denim, and this is the cream. And then these are mainly 2 balls that I found new from the charity shop, and the rest are my lovely home bargained yarn. Now, okay, it is out of, as you know, hang on. Oh, sorry, there we go. It is out of the Sundance book, crochet book, West Yorkshire Spinners, and the designer of these is Casey Ward. There's 6 crochet designs in the book, but there is more if you look in the book. Anyway, right. Okay, I was there crocheting away, getting really excited because I was getting near the end, and I came across a bit of a boob in the pattern. So anyway, I contacted, emailed West Yorkshire Spinners, and a lovely, lovely lady, Helen, got back to me, and we worked out she did, bless her, the problem. And I did email her back saying, well, I have recommended this book to a lot of my viewers. I'm a YouTuber, and I know that some of you have brought it. Would it be okay for me to let you all know what the problem is? She said, please do. That would be absolutely brilliant. So here we go. on the hood, this is the only problem with the cardigan. Now, please don't let it put you off, because it's all it is a typo on the amount of rows you do. That's all it is, okay? Because the hood is the same size for all of it, actually. Yeah, for all of them. Yeah, that's weird. Okay. Anyway, it says in the book, reference, I can only give you so much information because this is a paid for book. But it says, you know, you've got to do your colour changes and blah, 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 blah. And then carry on for 19 rows. Well, I did the 19 rows. That was about that, right? And I said to Glenn, that's not a very good hood, is it? I said, it doesn't look nothing like it does in the picture. So I counted what was on the picture and I said, no, there's something wrong. So that's when I contacted them. It's a typo. It should say 29. I'll write that on the screen. It should say 29 rows for the hood, okay? Not 19. There's just been a typo between the 1 and the 2. That's all it is. So it's 29 rows, okay? So please don't get put off about doing it, because as I say, it is a brilliant pattern. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I have actually done a little blurb in my project book, my crochet project book, and I've made a little thingy of the yarn. Now this I started on the 27th of May and I didn't finish it till the 7th of June. But bear in mind, I did this beast behind me in between there, didn't I? And there was another thing I did as well, but I can't remember what it was. I must have done the coronation blanket as well. Roughly, or was that after the coronation blanket? I can't remember. Anyway, I've been doing things in between that. So, yeah, and I definitely did this one that's still behind me. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to get up to drop it off yet. But, yes, so that's all my little bumpy in my little book. And this is really handy, and I love this. I really do. I love my little crochet book. So, oh, hang on a second. Oh, well, that was Glenn on the phone, so I don't know where on earth I was or what I was doing. Anyway, right, so, yeah, oh, yes, that was it. So, yeah, so the cardigan is completely finished, and it's, I am really happy with it. So, I know I have my Made by Anita Scandi Meadow blanket and all the kit and caboodle and everything downstairs, ready to go. But you know, it's July and it's coming up, it's like the middle of July already. This year is just going so fast, it's unbelievable. And I really, out of the same book, I really wanted to make my mother-in-law this shawl, not with the tassels, because she ain't a tassel person at all. And I wonder if there is a different picture of that so you can see it. Let's have a look at the front of the book. It might be. You never know. You never know. Oh, perhaps not. Oh well. Okay. There we go. Well, anyway, I thought I would. Oh, here we go. Here it is. Was that the one I just shown you? Yeah. That's a bit better. There. So yeah, and obviously what they've done in their middles, they have actually used 1, 2, 3 different colour yarns to make that middle. And I thought, well, come on, Veen, you know, you've got to get your priorities right, gal, you know what I mean? you know, get the Christmas presents done first, then do your stuff, because I've got that new book, didn't I, that I got a couple of weeks ago, which is going to be my Christmas cast on. And yeah, you know what I mean? So the Scandi blanket can go on hold a little bit longer, and I cast on this shawl, which is called the Leo. Do you know, I always do this, don't I? Leolon, that word. There we go. That's it. That's what it's called. Shawl. Okay. And it's, here you go. It's a better picture. Look. If you look, see, they've kind of got 3 different colours for that centre. And I thought, all those ends. Do I really want to sew in all those ends? So anyway, I came up with the idea. I had enough yarn, cream left over, that I have enough, because as I said, I'm not putting the tassels on, so it should work out okay. And I've done 2 of the hexagons, which I'm pleased, and that is actually a join as you go. So what I thought of is, rather than doing all that colour changing in the middle, I just got a variegated yarn out of stash. Now this one is the Wonder Soft Merry-Go-Round DK, and it is actually the colour Pastel Rainbow. There it is, and I'll show you. I'm really happy with the way that's turning out, actually. I really am. Yeah, I love that Women's Institute yarn. It's so soft, and it's just going to go so nice because it's going to match the cardigan. These are the only two I've done at the moment, but in the actual book, as I've said before, you have written and charts. So yeah, I am really happy with it. So yeah, you know what I mean, I've got to get my priorities right, and I can't be a selfish crafter here, and I've got to get my presents done first, so I know they're all done and dusted, and then I can carry on with the then making more bits and bobs for myself. Every now and again, obviously, I'll be popping in the quilt, hexagon quilts and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So yeah, that is the crochet. So I have had a busy week, haven't I? Right then, so when it comes to the knitting, I've just thought I'd bring up and show you the progress of my Granny Go Round socks. I did a bit of this last night, actually, before going to bed. That is not, oh hang on, oh dear, I'm in a right old caboodle. Right, okay, oh dear me. Oh right, that's it, and there we go. Right, okay, so that is the first leg done in that pretty yarn. And there's my grannies. As I say, I'm in no rush. It's just something to pick up and do when I don't fancy having a big thing in my hands, basically. And that is the second leg. And I did most of that last night. So, oh, I'm loving them. Absolutely loving them. And this definitely won't be the only pair of these that I make. And I reckon I will just quickly recap on the pattern. It's the Grannies in a Row. Did I say Granny Go Round? Ignore that. It's Grannies in a Row socks by Jen Ward. Honestly, they are so much fun to make. They really are. So yes, as I say, it's a little pick up and do when I don't fancy having to concentrate on anything too much. Okay then, right, so that's that. That is the questions answered for the tutorial. Have I got anything else to talk about? Oh yes, actually I do. Right then, okay. This week I have had a couple of trips to the old charity shop, as you do, and you don't often find this, and I thought, well, beans I'm doing my quilt, I am going to take them, because I do obviously have in my organisation of fabric there, and it doesn't look much of organisation, but I know what's what. And I have, like, you know, my personal quilting stuff, and then I have my bag making stuff, and this is going in my personal stuff, because you know, this is what I bought from the charity shop, and I got this beautiful, it's a 1/2 metre of fabric, which is a quilter's cotton as well, quilter's weight, and it's got on it home, lake, lodge. Oh, you all know how much I would love to live in a log cabin. Oh, lovely. And I paid £3.50, and I thought to myself, I'll buy that because you can pay more than that for a fat quarter. So I got a bargain now. And then I got this for, I think this was £3, and this is a metre's worth. Oh, hang on, let me see. Yeah, it is. It's a meter's worth. So, and I got this beautiful piece of fabric. Oh, I love it. So these are all quilter's cottons. And I got this little piece for 50p because I thought, what fun. Actually, that might be 2 meters there, or 1.5 meters, thinking about it. With all little dogs on, look. There's a pug, there's a Dulux dog. So, yeah. I won't even bother pronouncing that one because I could end up saying a naughty word. And you know what I'm like with my words. I get well confused. I know what that is. That's that black and white one is a border collie. It's a Shih Tzu, isn't it? Yeah. Right, yeah. So and I got that too. So that'd be good in my hexagons. So I'm really, really happy with my my charity shop finds. Also, with my when my needles came, I did get my lilac piece of cotton for when I do my stitchery, and I got those from, I can't remember. Oh, So Easy. That's it. It's a place online called So Easy, and they were really reasonable, so I got them from there. So is there anything else? I don't think so. So I am just going to go downstairs and collapse. Because it just seems to be that kind of day, doesn't it? Oh, I've got so much to do up here, but it's just so humid. So humid. So, right, little Elmy is obviously not very happy because it's got warm again. He don't do this at all, does he? Bless his heart. But there we go. Oh, I did get asked. Actually, yes, I did get asked. Right, now, let's get this out of here. Right, now, I got asked. I thought there was something else. Somebody had noticed in the tutorial my little thread roll. Now, this is actually made from a very, very, very old pattern. And inside it has, I've put wool felt. They would have put a bit of wool of some description inside like so. And I've decorated mine, as you can see, with little hexagons. But as I say, this is years old. And originally, years ago, before electricity, there you go, that's how long ago, the women, because obviously it was majority then, women, sewing, used to thread their needles and line them up like that, and had the thread being drawn up, where is it? Drawn up through the eyes of the needles like so. In the day, because obviously at night by candle it was harder to see to be able to thread your needle. Okay, so then you would take a needle out, pull the thread, cut it here, and then you have your next lot already threaded up, you see, and that's how you did it. You took them off one at a time, and this is literally what this is. And I've just made it you know, long enough because I have actually adapted the size of it, and I put little cardboard pieces in there and decorated those. And yeah, so basically that is what it is. Okay, now I was asked about doing a tutorial on this. Now I can't even remember where my measurements are. If I can find my measurements and all stuff like that, it will be a pleasure. It will honestly be a pleasure. But basically that is what it is. I absolutely love this little gadget. And I love it as well because of the history of it. Oh, it is, you know, it is just something that has been used for hundreds of years, basically. So yeah, so leave that one with me because I was asked if I could. And yeah, I'll see if I can find my written instructions on that one. And then we'll go from there. But as I say, you know, if you want to adapt it to your own threads, whatever thread you're using, because basically all it is this is the front. It's a rectangle, and I've curved off the corners to make it look a bit nicer. 2 little rounds of cardboard that I've actually put inside a yo-yo or a Suffolk puff, and I hand stitched that round. and put a little bit of felt on, so I laid it up as a 3 for the top part and then sewed round, left a gap, pulled it through, and basically that is it. So yeah, but anyway, leave it with me, and I'll see if I can find my written instructions on it for you. But as I say, it is a lot of fun to make, it really is, and it just keeps your thread nice and clean. Okay then, right, so I think that is everything for today. I really do. Yes, I'm looking around. I think that is everything. Yeah, I'm going to carry on with the shawl and see how much I can get done on that. I'm going to make some more hexagons, and I've got an idea already for the first tutorial on what's going inside the first hexagon. It can be done on by hand, but I am going to do this one on the machine, just the inside part, and then everything else is going to be done by hand anyway, just for security really more than anything. And yeah, so that is me for today. So I am going to disappear and hopefully leave you in peace. Oh dear me. Please, if you want to take part on Wednesdays, what have you been up to? Please contact me on this email address with info, a little bit of bump and some pictures or video or something like that. I would like to thank anybody that supported us on my Ko-fi account and my super thanks on YouTube. It's been very, very much appreciated, so thank you so much for that. Having my hair done tomorrow, so it will be shaved again there, and I'm going to keep it longer on top because why not? That's the idea. And yeah, so I am going to disappear, as I say, because you had me 3 times last week, you poor devils. That's all I'm going to say, you poor devils. Okay then, so please take care, stay safe, and as always, my lovelies, happy crafting. Bye. I just want to quickly pop on. I'm going to put this at the end of the video and say, look what I have found in B&M. It was only £4, and I'm going to use this for my hexagons. So it's got purple, of course. There was other colours. But look how deep that is to fit all your bits in. And see, my sewing box weren't as deep as that, so I'm really happy with that. And I also got some small, hang on, is it Elmsy? You know, Elmsy. Got some small wallets to put the hexagons in as well, so they can all keep nice and clean. So £1.50. Bargain.